Hello, it's Hannah from Physic Health Consulting here, and I just wanted to show you this. It's my St John's Wort, and it's rather beautiful. It's just coming to the end of flowering now, but I will show you some of the rather lovely flowers. They just make me really happy just looking at them, actually. So that's about to go to seed, and I will spread them out over the garden during the autumn, and we'll get some lovely new plants for next year. So the Latin name for this plant is Hypericum perforatum. The Hypericum part is believed to come from above the icon, which meant that it was basically used for people who were anxious to the point that they were starting to hallucinate and see things that weren't really there. We do still use it in that way today, and obviously it's very famous for its uses as an antidepressant. The perforatum part comes from, let's see if I can find you a nice big leaf. The leaf looks like, I'm not sure if you can see this, maybe not, no, there are what look like tiny little holes in the leaf. You'll have to get a plant and have a look. It looks like tiny holes in the leaf, but actually they're oil glands, and we use them to make St John's Wort oil, which we use for nerve pain and nerve conditions usually, so things like sciatica and shingles. And we can also use it for burns and scrapes and cuts and all sorts of things, so it's very useful in that respect. St John's Wort is called that because it flowers around about St John's Day, which is round about the summer solstice, 25th of June, and it's got this lovely cross shape. If you look at it from the top, the leaves come out in a cross shape, so it's got that link back to Christianity as well. In France it's thought of primarily as a liver tonic, and we always have known that there's a very strong link between the liver and what we would call melancholy, which is feeling low or feeling depressed. We know that plants with yellow flowers tend to contain a lot of things called bitter alkaloids, which is very powerful in its action on the liver and helping to cleanse the liver and help to look after it. So St John's Wort, it was nicknamed Nature's Prozac back in the early noughties, and it got quite a rap shortly after that. It was some research came out saying that it was not to be used with lots of different other drugs because there was a potential that it could interfere with the way in which they worked. That's still very controversial amongst herbalists, but we do take into account all this research when we're seeing patients, and there are some circumstances in which we wouldn't use St John's Wort, but it is a very powerful plant when it comes to lifting mood and making you feel happier. It grows in the sunniest part of the garden. It's a plant of the sun, and it enjoys living in a sunny spot, and it's literally transforming the sunshine into medicine, which is really lovely. So there we go, there's St John's Wort. It's a really beautiful and useful plant, particularly if you have problems with mood and anxiety, or again things like sciatica or nerve complaints. So there you go. Get some for your garden, it's rather lovely.